Warning, this show is uncensored. If you're a sensitive person who can't handle real conversation about topics that can be triggering, then why the fuck did you click on a video titled One Asshole's Opinion? You know what, Snowflake? You deserve whatever happens when this discussion upsets you. Grab your pacifier, wrap up in a blanket, get your stuffed animals, and watch something else. Otherwise, please enjoy. Welcome to One Asshole's Opinion, the show that's called One Asshole's Opinion, but there's two assholes every week.
Every week.
Except for what, the first one you were?
The first one, and that was it.
Yeah. This week, instead of talking about something political, or talking about the news, or talking about COVID,
or cake. We did that once.
Anyway. Well, it was cake versus pie, specifically.
Well, we did talk about cake.
But, recently, this one has found it intriguing to take...
Oh, did I?
Comments... Yes, take comments that I would make, and he started a Twitter where he just tweets a lot of times out of context, sometimes with a little context, things that have come out of my mouth. Well, on my history in Facebook, some things came up that he may want to add to this. So these are just random thoughts I had. 2 years ago, I had hernia surgery. I got a hernia at work, and I was out of work for a couple of months healing up. And every day I was just thinking of funny crap to put on Facebook. And this is just
Who would have
things
thought
that I said.
2 years later, same time of year, you would be also stuck at home healing from surgery?
I mean, I haven't been at home for weeks now from surgery, but
well,
I've been
you
back
started
to work.
getting them.
I started getting them like 3-4 days ago. Yeah. So
Whatever.
It was a couple months off, but still, the point is, yeah, that was for a heart attack, very different thing.
Yeah.
Still got scars from it. But anyway, so I'm just going to call these brain diarrhea. It's just things that my brain shat out 2 years ago. And these don't need context because they're full thoughts for the most part. Nobody's going to tell me what I can and can't eat, especially some guy putting warning labels on my laundry detergent. Don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? I do. Chess players think that checker players are dumb. I love playing checkers. Besides, the red ones are tasty. Behind every angry woman is a man who has absolutely no idea what he did wrong. According to most studies, people's number one fear is public speaking. Number 2 is death. Death is number 2. Does that sound right to you? I mean, for the average person, if you go to a funeral, they feel they'd be better off in the casket than doing the eulogy. At what age is it appropriate to tell my cat he's been adopted? The dinner I was cooking for my family was going to be a surprise, but the fire trucks ruined it. Did you know that dolphins are so smart that within a few weeks of captivity, they can train people to stand on the edge of a pool and throw them fish? Ham and eggs. It's a day's work for a chicken, a lifetime commitment for the pig. Yes. Talking to a liberal is like trying to explain social media to a 70-year-old. Can you make a waterbed more bouncy by using spring water? Some of these are bad puns, I admit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hope that when I inevitably choke to death on gummy bears, people just say I was killed by bears and leave it at that. We just got a fax at work. We didn't know we had a fax machine. The entire department just stared at it. I poked it with a stick. I have an ex-girlfriend who left me because she couldn't handle my OCD. I told her, close the door 5 times on your way out. I'm not saying your perfume is too strong. I'm saying the canary was alive before you got here. She wanted a puppy, but I didn't want a puppy. So we compromised and got a puppy. Political pickup line number 73. On a scale of North Korea to America, how free are you tonight? So last night I was sitting on the toilet at 11:59 when the clock on my phone changed. I thought, same shit, different day. Aging gracefully is a nice way of saying you're slowly looking worse. I broke a mirror the other day, and that's 7 years bad luck. But my lawyer says he can get me 5.
Well, that's not how that works.
A healthy sleep not only makes life longer, but it shortens the workday. Right, Colin? Thumbs up. Before I criticize a man, I like to walk a mile in his shoes. That way, when I criticize him, I'm a mile away and have his shoes.
Yep.
I named my dog 6 Miles so I can tell people I walked 6 miles every day. I tried to explain to my friend's 4-year-old son that it is perfectly normal to accidentally poop your pants, but he still makes fun of me. Good health is merely the slowest possible rate at which one can die.
Yeah.
I accidentally handed my girlfriend a glue stick instead of a chapstick. She still isn't talking to me. If you took away the looks, money, intelligence, charm, and success, and, there's really no difference between me and George Clooney.
Yeah.
It's sad that a family can be torn apart by something as simple as wild dogs.
Ooh.
My drug test came back negative. My dealer has some explaining to do. My therapist says I have a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that. I have the world's largest collection of seashells. You may have seen it. I keep it scattered on beaches all over the world. The worst time to have a heart attack is during a game of charades. I believe that whenever Mozart was composing a new song, he would think to himself, well, I better make this hard as fuck to play. I wonder who's buried in the grave of the guy who invented the old switcheroo. Don't fat shame people. You can't judge a book by its cover. Of course, if it's too thick, nobody's going to read it. This might sound crazy, but
Jesus. This just in.
I have shit my pants.
From one heart attack to another.
Bad news for e-cigarette users. You look fucking stupid. Words can't describe your beauty, but numbers can. You're a 4. A bird in the hand is a really good way to catch bird flu. Dumbass, go wash your fucking hands. Now, see, that's almost...
Who would have known?
Still, yeah. You know something? How my mother worked all day, put food on the table, kept me and my sisters clothed, and killed all those drifters was amazing. The most disturbing thing about Disney World is seeing all those smiling, happy men, women, and children walking around wearing Mickey Mouse's severed scalp. I went shopping and saw an attractive woman dressed as Snow White working at one of the stores. She was the fairest of them all. Why is it when Jeffrey Dahmer kills people and puts them in a refrigerator, he's insane, murderous psychopath, but when abortion centers do it, you're empowering women? Now, I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she does have a pickaxe, shovel, and several panning sluices strapped to her burrow. If you are one of those people who thinks Rite Aid receipts are way too long, you are going to hate books.
I do.
If you actually are sitting around with your thumb up your ass, how could you possibly think you're doing nothing? I read an article about synthetic meat, and I thought, why are you trying to reinvent the veal? To me, good sex is like a car wash. First, you line it up, you go in slow, and when you're done, 3 people come towel you off. I hate stuck-up bodies of water. I mean, settle down, Lake Superior. If I could invite 3 people to a dinner party, I would pick Yoko Ono, Uma Thurman, and Emo Phillips, just so I could introduce them to each other. Uma, Emo, Emo, Ono, Ono, Uma. Not to get political, but fuck Granny Smith apples. Also Red Delicious, I'm watching you. Imagine how different our world would be if Mumford had remained childless. My son has been trying to jog more, and today he set a personal record for a 5-mile run. 3 miles. My OCD is kicking in. I'm arranging my DVDs alphabetically. I just can't put up with it anymore. I don't watch Sesame Street anymore. I'm 40 years old. I know most of that shit. And the final thing, how to avoid fake news. I just gave people some good advice. 1, find independent confirmation of the facts. 2, don't be too attached to your own ideas. 3, block your crazy Aunt Carol on Facebook. 4, ask a wise bird if the story is true. 5, avoid Aunt Carol at Christmas. 6, throw the story in a lake. If it floats, it's true. If it sinks, it's a witch. Burn it. 7, go to hell, Aunt Carol. Stop tagging me in your dumb posts. 8, just don't read the news. And 9, was the article written by a jellyfish? Because jellyfish can't be trusted. Anyway.
Yeah.
But what do I know? Those are just things that popped into my head to say randomly 2 years ago.
And you're an asshole.
And I'm an asshole.